And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 32.
Take 3.
Episode.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Episodio 32.
The Watchers Podcast. WATCHERZ Podcast. Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you want to find us. YouTube. I'm Tri-State Tip on IG.
Tiger Helly 19 on the Snapchats and the IGZ, and Facebook is the government. Jason Williams. Follow the stripes.
The Damaging on Instagram and Julian Smith on Facebook.
It ain't even funny this time.
I still laugh. Smittywood 365 on your Instagram.
I know he got it in there. Come on, man.
And before Otis cut me off, because ain't nobody come to see y'all. Nah, Corey J on Instagram.
There we go. All right. We're going to start with basketball this week.
Yes, sir.
A lot of playoffs.
Chef.
Action been happening.
Chef Cook.
Before we get to that game, I want to acknowledge the Heat's performance against Milwaukee Bucks. Number 8 seed Heat versus. No, come on, no. Acknowledge him. Acknowledge him.
I ain't acknowledging shit.
Acknowledge him, Corey.
Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Cooks.
Hemi Buckets. That's his name. Hemi Butler.
I mean, you gotta respect it.
Will the Heat to that 4-1 sweep or gentleman's sweep of Milwaukee? If you believe otherwise, go show. And of course, Eric Spoelstra is a great coach, but Jimmy Butler was playing there with 2 aged All-Stars or former All-Stars and a bunch of Foot Locker players.
2 aged All-Stars. Who's the All-Star?
Oh, we're talking about Kevin Love.
Former All-Stars.
Kyle Lowry.
And Kevin Love. And Bam was absent that series.
He always absent in April.
And no Tyler Hero.
No Tyler Hero and a bunch
all on him.
of former Foot Locker employees he was playing with.
But, I mean, that sound all nice, but they're not beating Boston, so I don't give a fuck about that.
But all I'm going to say is, if they do beat the Knicks, which right now they did today, 1-0.
Dang, that game came on too?
Yeah, that was the first game.
That was this afternoon.
Oh, man.
And then the Warriors games was right after.
Jimmy Butler rolled his ankle in the fourth quarter, though, so they don't know if he's going to play in the next 2 days or not. But
if I were them, I would
take
get
it
him
out.
back to Miami.
Bring it back to Miami.
Because you already split one of the games out.
Stole
New York.
again?
Yep.
Took a game in New York. Get him back to Miami. Rest up.
It's all nice.
Get that treatment for a couple
Julius
days.
Randle didn't play.
Yeah, he may be out the whole series.
Yeah, we'll see. I have sometimes I like him, sometimes a lot of times I don't like the way he play. I wish he was a little bit more.
The refs too much, man.
That too. I think he forces a lot of shots that he shouldn't be taking
He's a
too.
barbershop.
He got all that money, man. He just said, screw it.
So, real quick about Jimmy Butler. If he does beat the Knicks and makes it back to the Eastern Conference Finals, the last 4 years for Jimmy Butler would have been Eastern Conference Finals this year, again, if they beat the Knicks.
Quarterfinals.
Last year, Eastern Conference Finals. The year before, they got swept by Milwaukee, but I feel like they avenged that this year. The year prior to that was the bubble finals championship.
The bubble was 4 years ago.
Can we say that Jimmy Butler has probably had the best postseason out of some of these players within the past couple of years now? Because he's been in the finals in something.
Next to the chef.
What I want to get at is I think people need to start looking at him a little differently as far as where they're his comparisons to, right? So he's really a small forward. So we're looking at Kawhi. PG plays the 2, but he's really a 3. We're looking at LeBron, depending on where you put him at. Obviously, LeBron's going to be like, they're going to rank him number 1 outside all the small forwards. But who else do we have that in a KD? Is he better than Paul George?
Who?
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah. He's actively playing.
Behind Kawhi, but before Paul George.
I would say that.
Yeah. Why are you laughing, Corey?
I'm just look at it like this.
I'm just saying, where do we rank Jimmy Butler?
He's shown.
That's my question.
He's shown
that is my question.
Paul George. I can remember one year when Paul George was good, and that was way back when he was in Indiana.
Nah, OKC Paul George was good. OKC Paul George was probably the best Paul George.
Y'all remember what he did?
He was he was in the MVP conversation that year.
I don't remember none of it.
I just think Paul George.
He was MVP.
Y'all praising this man. This man's been to Chicago, failed. He went to Minnesota, he failed.
He didn't fail.
What? What you mean he failed? What he do in Minnesota?
They didn't work together.
What do you do? If you so good, to me, you look where he at. That's a whole fucking system. For the past 20 years, you had Wade, went somewhere, did some Shaq, LeBron, Chris Bosh.
Wade went somewhere?
Wade was there in Miami. Miami was a fucking system. I don't want to hear that. Everybody that go down there be successful, man. You don't. Y'all making it seem like this nigga done dominated some shit.
So
he is good though. He's better than Paul George.
I would say that Wade, that first Wade run was pre-Spoelstra, and the system you're referring to is
the Riley system, bro.
I guess.
For years, it's been
working for him because it ain't working for Paul George.
I don't think right now.
I'm picking Butler over anybody right now.
You picking Butler over anybody?
Look. Honestly, I would pick Jimmy Butler going for next season. If I had to choose and I couldn't get LeBron and I couldn't get KD, Jimmy Butler's my next pick.
I think I might leave this podcast early today.
Before Kawhi. Because
you picking him before Kawhi
because he's not reliable.
Yep, that's true.
I can't justify Kawhi, man. I can't do it anymore. I cannot do it anymore.
He's only good for you when he's playing.
I kept giving him chance after chance after chance, and he gets the least amount of games and still get injured. I've never seen somebody that played a whole game one day then the next day he couldn't play.
Yeah, I don't like that load management.
He didn't leave the game. He played the whole game.
Yeah.
And then the load management where he don't play like back-to-backs and some of these other games. How many? We could look it up, but he didn't play that many games this season. I don't remember Kawhi playing on the Clippers most of the season.
He played a fraction.
Paul George played a lot of those games until he got injured, after the All-Star break. But
I think it was unfortunate for him.
But he actually really got injured. We saw him get injured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a bad sprain on him.
And I can't justify Kawhi right now, man. So the way Jimmy Butler played this playoffs, and then looking at his last couple of years, he's above Kawhi and PG to me.
He ain't get it
Maybe
done,
I'm
but
wrong,
he got him either to the finals or
I rocked with him. I like his story.
Yep.
He pulled himself up by the bootstraps and he made his name for himself. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. If you feel something, explain yourself. Feel free to get it off your chest.
You got the time.
No, I don't got time to talk to y'all right now.
So basically, he has nothing. He have no opinion. You have no opinion on that. Like who are you picking over?
He obviously gonna pick Kawhi before Jimmy Butler. What about Paul George?
I got to hear the explanation.
I'll pick Paul George over him too.
I got to hear the explanation.
But y'all like I'm telling y'all using Miami, dog. It's a whole fucking system, dog. But what do you do in Minnesota, dog? Be honest. What you talk exactly? What do you do in Chicago?
But I also said I don't remember what Paul George did.
Nothing.
In Chicago, was where he
talked all that shit about Andrew Wiggins. He left and won the championship with the Warriors.
He wasn't talking about Andrew Wiggins.
Yes, his whole beef was with Andrew Wiggins.
It was Cat. It wasn't with Andrew Wiggins. It was Carl Towns.
I'm not giving Jimmy Butler no props, no nothing, man. He alright, but it's not something
you just gave him props then. You said he alright.
That means you 10.
You gave him props. That's all that matters. You acknowledged him.
I don't give him Butler his props. I mean, this dude dropped 98 points in 2 games and then turn around with the New York one. He's either been in the conference finals or Eastern Conference finals. So,
in hindsight, the Sixers should have kept Jimmy.
Yes.
They got rid of
Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Diego Thomas saw that.
I still wish Ben Simmons would have worked out though. I'm biased on that one.
The team was better, but nobody wanted to listen to me. When y'all traded for Harden, that's the stupidest trade I've ever seen.
Now I definitely don't want James Harden.
But
it's better than having somebody to play with somebody that don't want to play.
Now watch.
If he doesn't, exactly.
Who's the game tomorrow?
If Ben Simmons didn't want to play, how was it not a better trade?
It's
you get something. You get something for nothing.
What does Harden do?
more than you would have got for Ben Simmons not wanting to play.
What did he do last year? When he had a chance, he can't carry no fucking team, dog.
He know that now.
He been knew that shit.
Listen. Harden with Chris Paul was the best team assembled. They almost beat they were the best team. They almost beat the best team ever assembled. If Chris Paul didn't get hurt, they more than likely were going to beat the best team ever assembled.
He had to win one game.
Him and the aging Chris Paul was better than the best team ever assembled.
He had to win one game and couldn't do that. But you still want to give him props.
Again, the best team ever. That same team smoked LeBron.
It don't matter. It smoked LeBron, but then you had a chance to beat the team.
Smoked.
To put your name up there.
Fully healthy LeBron squad.
Man, he didn't even try. What, he was like 9 for 27 from 3? He didn't do shit. Harden don't never do nothing, bro. Nope. I don't know why you keep coattailing him. Go look at his stuff. Last year versus the Heat, he ain't do shit.
Who's coattailing Harden?
No, him. He be trying to give Harden his props. Harden don't do nothing.
Just because he don't play defense,
he don't do shit. He disappeared. Right. Now watch. Jaylen Brown gonna get in his ass this series.
Now let's go look at Ben Simmons' stats. And Ben Simmons is 7 foot tall, right? And he's better than Harden. What stats did he give you?
He's better than Harden. Whatever you just. It was a better team with Ben Simmons.
Not with Ben Simmons.
The whole team around
not with Ben Simmons and Embiid. It was not.
That's because they had Jimmy Butler.
No. It was not a better team when they both had. When they had both of them healthy on the floor, it was not a good team. When one of them was out,
that year they was the number 1 team in the East, bro.
Because Embiid got injured. And they had a team full of shooters. They basically played the Bucks lineup.
So you saying Embiid trash?
No. I'm saying those two styles conflicted. They're two big men, and you want Embiid down low, but he was forced to go out because Simmons can't go out. So it changed their offense. But when Embiid got injured, they played all shooters. They had that tall Ilyasova. Mm-hmm. They had Bogdanovic.
Yeah.
But whatever. I think Redick was still on the team.
You went back to.
They had all shooters.
Brett Brown days.
That was before the bubble.
And they did Bucks playbook. Surround Giannis with all shooters and let him drive and kick it out. And that's the game plan they took. And they went on a crazy win streak. But when Embiid came back for the playoffs, that's when they lost. Right before the playoffs. So it slows the offense down.
So you saying Embiid's the problem?
No, I'm saying you can't have both of them together.
I'm a Sixers fan, and right now he's starting to look.
Brian has always said that Embiid is the problem. He's getting hurt too much.
I'm starting to look at them like,
Brian always said that for about 3-4 years.
I don't know. I like Embiid, but I think he's a hindrance right now. Because if he's not going to play, and then you got to put in one of them subs. I mean, Paul Reed is good, but he ain't. He's not as effective every night he out there. And mine is him. There is no one else.
I get it. He's injured, right? And he's not going to give you the value because obviously he's not playing. All I'm saying is you had to make a decision with one or the other. Both of them, to me, wasn't ever going to work.
Are you talking about Simmons and
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Ben Simmons made the decision for everybody when he said, I don't want to be here. And that's why you at least get Harden for him.
For me, although I'd rather would have had Ben Simmons out there shooting the ball, I just think that if he would have took on that challenge and became a better scorer, I think it would have worked better. Because then you get the Shaq and Kobe thing.
I don't think he's ever going to be that.
We know now he's not going to be, because I think his mental capacity for basketball is completely shut down now. But had he took on that challenge, I think we'd be talking about 2-time champions.
You have a whole different argument right now.
Maybe.
He don't pass up that dunk.
I don't know about that one.
He don't pass up that dunk, and he passes the ball to Thibault. We probably beat the Hawks, and we go on and beat the Bucks.
All right. Okay. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna see. We'll see. But
I'll try to be unbiased when I talk about the Sixers.
Yeah. I'll leave it.
It's not a guarantee I'm going to be unbiased when I talk about the Sixers. I'm sorry.
So fast forward, we're Game 7 Warriors today. Warriors Kings.
So we just want to skip over the beatdown the Suns got yesterday.
No, we'll get there.
I'm trying to finish.
No, go chronological.
Yeah, we go. Okay, so sure.
Oh, y'all doing first round. All right,
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool.
I mean, yeah, it is.
I mean, we started with Friday.
Yeah,
Then.
we were talking about last night.
We was talking about the Heat. I was talking about the
whole
Heat
series for the whole series over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to go with the.
We should talk about Memphis getting 40 whoppers and everything.
All right. Memphis Lakers.
Yeah.
Blowout.
Dylan Brooks said he don't respect nobody till they drop 40 on him. They lost by 40.
By 40. That's crazy.
Ironically,
Nah, we good in the West, man. Chill.
So
He got a fine too.
I knew they weren't going to win that series.
$45,000.
He got fined because he skipped the post game.
Yeah, it's all
media
good.
stuff.
It's all
That's
good.
jump change to him, man.
Did you see LeBron's tweet though?
Oh, they were petty.
How
About the pray for the Bears.
after the game, yeah. Now he was like, if you see me,
That
fighting a
quote's been
grizzly.
used a couple times.
Yeah.
Kobe said that.
Kobe said, "Yeah,
R.I.P. Mambu.
whatever y'all want to say about the series, I didn't have high hopes for Memphis going in. I thought it was going to be a 4-0 or at least 4-1 series. Some other people think, oh no, it's John Morant is a small little dude versus a bigger team and a defending team. It wasn't much he was going to do. Desmond Bain got midget arms, and Dylan Brooks is limited offensively.
Bain was hooping, man.
Yeah, but he can only do so much. How much was he putting up 30, 40 points to win that game?
You would have to.
The Ja Morant memes have been priceless. How he just jumped in there.
He does jump. I give him that. He does have a jumping ability that rings.
I saw one that he was dressed like Jeff Hardy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and he was on the table.
Oh, yeah.
To me, I think Memphis and Sacramento are the teams to watch next season, though.
Fuck, Sacramento.
Maybe. I don't know.
Said that
You
shit
think
was
so?
last
I don't
year.
know. They're missing something. Memphis is missing something.
Oh.
Just need a vet.
Yeah, they don't have no leadership.
Missing something.
They don't have no locker room leadership.
I think a Chris Paul would be good for them. I'm just.
They need to replace Dylan Brooks.
They need to out here
I'm
getting
just-
cooked.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Just
Nah, they need somebody who won a championship for. Get $100
They
He
need
said
to.
somebody to win a championship. You was cold as ice. Yeah.
What's
Speaking
that?
of ice, I'm looking at that cup you got down there. How much ice is that? When you said you didn't want no ice.
It's frozen solid.
I'm glad it is.
It was in the freezer.
He's drinking undisclosed drink with dry ice right now.
He got that from the other pack. Off of the tangent. My fault.
So let's move forward. Suns, Nuggets, game 1, semi-conference finals. Go ahead, Corey. I know you've been.
Oh no, it was just.
And look.
It was funny.
Look. Let me just put this out here.
Go ahead.
I want Chris Paul to get a ring. I want Devin Booker to win.
Fuck that nigga. He's not neither.
But I'm realistic. The Nuggets are a well-polished machine right now.
Yep.
You wanna know what their problem is, bro? And then even the coach didn't even want to do it. Once they traded those 2 young boys, they killed their bench because the one boy Johnson came off the bench.
No. So look, listen, let me tell you.
Come on,
right?
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson is a starter, but Cam Johnson got injured, and so they've been starting Torrey Craig all year. But Cam Johnson is the starter. He replaced Jay Crowder, who was on the team but didn't want to play.
Now,
So they gave up 2 starters.
That's Jay Crowder on every team.
Now he's bitching and.
Well, that's his problem.
That's a whole other issue.
That's his problem.
I'm just saying.
I mean, to me,
So what the real issue is, right?
they had no depth.
No depth, and and you know who I'm getting mad at right now? DeAndre Ayton.
You don't want him either.
He gonna be the fall guy regardless.
No.
I don't like that shit. Like, to be honest with you, and when I watched that game yesterday, what's his name was getting cooked by Murray. You can't have Chris Paul trying to stick. Chris Paul got to
So
understand.
it's 2 things. Yes. Go ahead. Finish.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. Chris Paul understand. He still be yapping. Murray not gonna talk to him. Murray just kept hitting him with step back threes. They got nobody to guard Jokic, and then Denver has all them arms, so Booker's not gonna just be getting to the lane scoring like he wants to.
Correct.
And then don't get me started on KD.
So real quick. Obviously, everybody knows the Suns' power is coming from KD and Devin Booker. If you stop one of them or 2 of them, they ain't gonna put up no points. this is where it comes extremely important for DeAndre Ayton and to some extent Chris Paul. Honestly, I'm almost to the mindset Chris Paul needs to come off the bench sometimes, or he shouldn't be in it at the end of the game.
Somebody said that.
If he isn't hitting shots, he needs to go because he's a liability defensively.
So who do you put in there over him?
There's people that can hit shots. It's just you got to have faith in them, and somebody got to step up to the moment at this point in time until they can sign somebody else in the offseason to do this for them. But right now, the person that needs to step up with the team that they have to meet is DeAndre Ayton, and not even offensively, defensively. KD is fighting for rebounds and blocking shots when this should be DeAndre Ayton's job.
But that always been his problem.
He's being too timid right now, and he's not playing. And I'll show y'all a play after this gets over with, where he's just standing there watching Jokic get these rebounds back and back, and he's just looking at KD over there doing all the work, and he's just looking, and he forgets that he's playing.
They pointed that out this morning. They were saying,
and he can't be that. He can't be that. They're already limited with the number of people they really have to play. Booker and KD gonna be playing close to 40 minutes every game now.
Damn.
And
good thing they still young.
Motherfucker.
Is that over now?
No, it's not over.
Sorry, everybody, we're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs.
No, that's it.
Oh, it's
game.
Let's go.
Florida beat Boston.
I see y'all next week.
I didn't know it was sudden death. I didn't know it was sudden death in overtime. Oh shit!
Oh wow!
Remember the Van Damme movie, Sudden Death?
Hey, real quick, while we talking about KD, just a little off topic, but the question I have now, in hindsight, with everything that's happened since, did the Warriors need KD or did KD need the Warriors?
KD needed the Warriors. Point blank. That's the obvious question.
I was just because I remember for years people were like, "Oh man, they needed." Now I'm starting to look.
Oh wait, no. To be honest with you,
go ahead. Think about it.
Give my opinion on this one too.
Think about the landscape of the teams back then, right? Go ahead.
I always tell people, they needed him. They built that team. Even Draymond says it on. He admitted it. He said we needed KD to beat LeBron. He said that numerous times.
Now, do I think if they ran it back without KD, could Warriors beat that Cavs team? Yes. Yeah. And could the Cavs team beat the Warriors? Yes. I think it just really came down to who was having a good game, who was having a bad game, right? Because I felt like that performance Kyrie put on probably wouldn't have been replicated again.
You crazy.
I don't know. If that was one of the best performances in playoff history.
You was wild.
I get you, but he was putting up 50-point games.
But be honest, bro, when they played him the first year, that game when he was dogging Steph Curry, they fucked his kneecap up.
All I'm saying if that game came down to the last couple of minutes of Game 7 to decide that series.
What they do?
If he hits the shot, does he not make the shot? I don't know. I'm just saying if they ran that thing back, it could have been different, yes. Can you say that? That it could have been different.
Man. He was cooking back then.
He was cooking.
He took the game
over. He took the game over.
He was cooking.
Mm-hmm. What was that? Him and LeBron, 4 games in a row, they went like over 30 points each? Mm-hmm. He was in Steph Curry ass, but like always.
Now, what I was saying,
let that shit slide that he ain't do nothing. He ain't guarding nobody.
Who?
Steph Curry. I laugh at when certain players get a whole bunch of points scored on them.
All right.
They come at their neck.
So Steph didn't guard Kyrie like that. He guarded him on that last play, but it was really it was Klay Thompson. It was Klay Thompson guarding Kyrie that series.
Mm-hmm. And Klay got cooked.
Now, with your question, if he stays OKC and OKC play Golden State again,
they should have beat him.
Did they beat Golden State again? I don't know. It was a tough series. So
up
all I'm saying is, that landscape at that time, you don't know. It could have been. He didn't need him. Maybe if they wanted guaranteed rings, yes, they needed him as much as he needed them. If you wanted guaranteed rings, that's how I would say it. But I couldn't tell you who's going to win that next year.
Me personally, I think when the Warriors won 73-9 and then they lost in the finals, they was missing what KD brings. And they just went.
Again, this was Game 7. They didn't get swept. They didn't get blown out. It was like Game 7.
Excuses it's not true. Not true.
I'm saying,
he keep with this Game 7 shit.
I'm just trying to make sure y'all got it in perspective.
Go ahead, do you think?
But that was I feel like that bullshit suspension on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Draymond suspension
that plays into it also.
That was a big factor.
And then he couldn't be himself.
Harrison Barnes decided to become the OKC small forward back in the what was it?
Cephalosha.
No, not Cephalosha. The one that had the knee blew his knee out.
Oh, Andre
Roberson. All of a sudden, I don't know if we replay that series again. That same result happens. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying that suspension did change the whole.
It did.
It changed.
And also, and me personally, I think was even might happen to Golden State against the Lakers is that once they start figuring out that no one's driving to the basket, they're going to shut down that 3-point line. You shut down the 3-point line against the Warriors, they're in trouble.
Oh, what's his name be driving?
Who?
Chef be driving.
That's it.
He's the only one though. And
Are we talking about today or are we talking about
right now? I'm talking about right now.
You watch them all year long. A lot of people just start standing at the 3-point line. That's why they've been struggling.
Yeah, if you stop them boys at the 3-point line, then you stop their offense.
It's gonna come. If you saw today's game,
Looney got to be more aggressive.
Yeah, they need a guy. They need somebody that can drive to the hoop.
All right, well, let's finish. Let's get back up to date real quick. So, yes,
hold on. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. But you know who would be a good addition to that team? Who? You gonna laugh, and it probably never happened. To the Warriors.
You gonna say what?
Today's Warriors?
Yeah, today's Warriors. Right now, if you put them on that team based off of what he do, they would be a lot better than what they are right now.
Good.
Ben Simmons.
You ain't lying.
Because all Ben Simmons do is go to the lane and kick the ball out. So when he goes straight to the lane, he gonna bring all the defense with him, and all he gotta do is kick it out to one of them shooters, and then you live and die by that chance.
I think low key that may happen.
Yeah, come on, they try to get him.
I really think that would be. I think that's the spot where he should be. I think we'll see the best version of him there.
Draymond.
I think you see the best version of him there.
I kind of see that happening, but I don't think he's gonna have. He's good with Draymond do though, but
and there's two people I think right now that can be beneficial to the Warriors. It's Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris.
You just sound like you want to get rid of Tobias Harris.
No, the best part about it, I've had to learn to love that dude because I wanted him going too. I was like, damn, over Jimmy Butler. But then it's like now I'm starting to. I appreciate what he contributes to the team.
That's all right. I'll let y'all rock with that.
But Ben Simmons on the Warriors would be they'd be unstoppable.
So yes, Warriors close out the series.
Then you got to talk to him about guarding the best player every night, like confidently guarding the best player every night. He becomes Iguodala. Iguodala won the Finals MVP. Y'all laughing. So what's your counter?
I'm laughing at Tavon because he's trying to figure out what Tavon was like.
Yeah, what's your counterpoint? Like you laughing. So what's your counterpoint?
Warriors beat Sacramento today.
Oh Lord.
Game 7.
You gonna bypass my question?
Round 1. So they move on to play the Lakers.
That was
Tuesday.
down the best series.
I just like how you bypass my question.
The first round.
I want your rebuttal.
All right. Look.
What's your rebuttal?
As far as Draymond versus Ben Simmons, yes, Ben Simmons is younger, he's more athletic, he's a little bit taller, bigger. Okay, I get that. There's certain decision making that Draymond makes that you don't see, that you don't realize that he does on a defensive end and an offensive end to clog up space to let shooters shoot. There's certain things I don't think Ben Simmons likes basketball. I think Ben Simmons was tall. His father played basketball, and they told him to play basketball. But when it came down to it, he wants to be an artist or something. I don't know what the fuck he want to do, but he don't want to play basketball.
That in my mouth.
Okay, because there's no way you growing up. These kids are playing basketball from young ages. Okay, he's been given the spotlight everywhere he's been, and he had this prima donna thing since high school. They not playing. I don't want to go here. He's been doing this. It's not the first time that he's done this. He is not built to be competitive, in my opinion.
He had everything catered to him. That's the problem.
When things get hard, he does not want to step up to a challenge and better himself. He blames everybody else for his issues. That is my problem with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, I'll leave it at that. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. He's not the same type of person Draymond is mentally to me. Competitively, they're not the same person.
So when you put him in an environment where, he doesn't. He's not getting.
Fold. He's gonna fold.
You put him in an environment where he's not.
They're gonna double team Steph. Whoever guarding him gonna go straight to Steph and say, "Let him dunk it." I bet you he broke. I bet you he missed.
It's 2 points.
I bet you he missed.
Oh well, dunking, yeah.
I bet you he missed a dunk.
If
He's gonna be shaking the boots. That's who he is. That's who he is.
Me personally, I just think, and I'm also basing it on the Ben Simmons that played for us up until the
because everything was working for him.
The play should have dunked it.
Everything was working for him. But what happened when things got hard for him?
That's pretty much his whole.
But what happened when things got hard for him?
It was hard for him the whole time he was in Philly.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Or were they still a high seed? They were still a high seed. They weren't blaming him for losing.
We got blamed for tanking for 2 seasons so we could draft him.
Okay, I'm talking about when he got there, and they started winning games. They were not blaming Ben Simmons for. They were a high-rated team. They were a high-ranked team. They started losing, noticeably, in that playoff series because prior to that, again, Embiid got hurt and they were winning. So who you are as a loser tells me just as much as who you are as a winner.
It might be
and
between
when he
them
did
two
that, and when he did that in that series, and then the aftermath, all that from that series showed me who Ben Simmons is.
But even without Ben Simmons and still keeping Embiid, we still ain't won a championship.
And y'all not
ain't sniffed the Eastern Conference Finals. So
I don't want to say you're not. But
what's this year, homie?
I'm not gonna say you're not.
Going this year.
Y'all still got a chance, especially with Milwaukee getting knocked out.
What?
But they got a chance. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying it don't look likely yet.
If Doc Rivers, if he's not playing game 1 or 2, that's 2-zip right there.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's
I smell a whole sweep.
That's possible. I mean,
this goes back to the beginning when I told you Boston was going back. It's cool.
We got our hands full. we got our hands full of conference finals. Now we were talking about who.
So all I'm saying is, what I was originally trying to say was Golden State beat Sacramento today for Game 7 for the round 1.
And where it turns for me, and what I keep trying to tell people they don't need Draymond, is when Draymond got suspended and they switched that lineup and had better spacing. You had Jordan Poole in there.
And yes. And so, again, that is my same argument for Ben Simmons on that team.
He's a brick magnet now.
You know what?
That would have been even worse with Ben Simmons.
Poole. My issue with Jordan
Poole
he's
a gunslinger.
Ben Simmons don't want to.
He's a gunslinger, but he's not making his shots.
My issue with Jordan Poole.
Yeah, Jordan Poole's not making shots right now. And he should be limited. If he's not making shots, I got to sit you. I'm sorry.
Who do you start over him?
I don't care at this point, but I can't have you. I'd rather have Dante.
They should start Kuminga. I don't know why they don't do that.
He ain't played because he hasn't been reliable.
Did he play on and off? Man.
He's been off and on.
Well, that's Draymond replacement after this year, so.
Well, we'll see.
Go ahead. Jason was trying to say something about.
Go ahead,
I forgot the thought. It was so long ago. My issue with Jordan Poole is he's good, but he makes bad decisions sometimes. Like even watching him bring up the ball, he'll take a crazy shot when he really doesn't need to. He gets a little impatient instead of letting the play out. He puts himself in a position where he's stuck and he can't go nowhere, or he's got to shoot the crazy shot and all that. What I'll say about Draymond Green is not even so much something I watch, but something that I catch every time Klay Thompson talks about him, every time Steph talks about him in a post game. They talk about how his basketball IQ, they always say he does not get the credit at all for his basketball IQ and how smart he really is out there. So what I think of Draymond, he's that intangible player. He's an intangible. You don't always see what he does, but he's on there doing something because that's what they like. If you watch any of their post games, they always talk about Draymond and his IQ and just how he plays smart and the things he does that you don't really catch when you watching the game. My issue with him is the technical fouls. He gets hot-headed, but sometimes you gotta, you take the good with the bad with him. But yeah, I think Draymond.
Would you like Ben Simmons or Draymond? You're a Warriors fan.
Give me Draymond.
The Warriors fan?
Yeah, he been saying that.
I like the Warriors. I like watching them. Remember, I told you I had to wait till they had that bad year.
Oh, yeah,
but I'm not saying Draymond.
Before I can say
I wasn't saying Draymond over Ben Simmons. I'm saying Draymond and Ben Simmons.
That wouldn't work because they're the same player.
Yeah, they're the same player.
But on the side note, Draymond's gonna not be playing forever, so you gotta start thinking for the future. So then, if you're putting in Ben Simmons as his replacement,
Steph 35.
Steph different. He built different.
He gonna play at a higher level.
He's conditioned.
He don't want to do it no more.
He's just different.
Okay.
Like the way he moves,
Father
still at
Time
35.
can knock at that door anytime.
It's over 10 seasons now.
Yeah, they're gonna have to start.
Been like 13.
They gonna have to really start looking hard now because they are getting older now.
And I feel like Steph's
Clay ain't what he used to be.
I feel like Steph's gonna be one of them cats that like as soon as he feels a decline in his game, he's gonna be one of those ones. Yo, I'm done. I'm stepping away. I don't see him going into the twilight. I see him being like, yeah, you know what? That's it.
I don't know what the end of his career looks like, honestly, because if he transitions, say he slows down and he moves to a bench role, I think he still be effective coming off the bench playing 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
With the Warriors?
With anybody.
I don't think he's
Remember Kyle Korver?
He ain't going nowhere.
Remember Kyle Korver?
To another team.
Yeah.
They just wanted, some teams just want a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
And you're not going to say you don't want, and he's going to stay a Warrior his whole life.
Oh yeah.
I want the three of them.
Come off the pit.
I want the three of them to be
He's
Warriors.
35. He's 35.
Yeah.
I still think he could do a high level starter, at least a season or two more. After that, that's going to put him at 37, 38. What are we talking about? Like 41, 42? Just to shoot off the bench? I think you could, because he's not putting a lot of pressure on his body. He's not. Right now he's not jumping like Ja. And so I don't know what the end of his career looks like. I think he could play until his 40s.
I don't want them to break them three up.
I can see him doing
It gotta happen.
I don't want to see them break up.
Well, I don't want to say break up.
Why does it? I don't understand why it has to happen.
Because the owner already said it. He paying $400 million a year for taxes and stuff. He already said this is probably the last year you're gonna see him like that. That's why they got those young kids.
That's sad, man. I'm like, I don't want to see that. I want that now. If anybody who I want to see retire together is them three.
Yeah.
Well, Draymond not making no better. Talking about he want a max contract.
And he gonna have to think about that.
He ain't getting it
because he ain't. He scored the first time he scored 21 over 20 points.
Since 2019.
I mean, you got to think about that in your own mind. Like, yeah, I ain't what I was supposed to have been. And then when Kyrie, when Steph and Clay were both out, and it was his turn to show what he was worth, and he didn't do anything. Like those things got to factor in, and he got to think about that. Like, your paycheck is going to be considered with that. Like you didn't do what you said you were going to do, and now what makes now other teams are going to be like, well, why should I pay you a max if you couldn't do it with them, and you came up with them, so why should I pay you more?
Yeah.
And then to build on what you said, though, I can see Steph doing that, like being like, "Hey, I'm gonna come off the bench." If you even watch now, they're trying to cater his minutes.
Shit,
when they can take him out, take him out.
He came out for 2.5 seconds today and had to go back right back in there.
Well, he was on one scoring,
but I can see him, going and being like, "Yo," because he don't have an ego. Yeah. He does not have an ego.
Well, we spent almost 40 minutes on basketball.
But you got to talk about Chef.
I just want to acknowledge. I just want to acknowledge
football in the draft.
Real quick. Do acknowledge
50 points from the Chef, and today it's been official. I have moved Steph Curry from the 3 slot of my all-time favorite players to the number 2.
Who's your number 1?
My number 1.
I just want to make sure you're not a LeBron.
Who you think? Come on, man.
So MJ, Steph, then who's your number? Who's 3?
My 3 is Kobe.
Okay. So you got Steph over Kobe.
My 4 is Shaq.
Okay. So I do think a conversation needs to be had, especially if how this next series goes between them and the Lakers, about where do we put Steph Curry? Because for one, we classify him as a point guard, but he's really a shooting guard. But he did change basketball as it's played today. He transitioned it from that you got to be big, athletic, to the space and shoot and play that we do. He basically makes centers irrelevant today. There is a conversation that needs to be had about where he should be ranked. There's, Stephen A. said after today's performance, they got to talk about putting him number one above Magic. It depends on if you got Magic as your number one point guard.
Put him above Magic.
If he win again,
if he wins again, he's definitely top 5 in my book.
You're gonna have to really sit down and look at that.
If he wins again, he's top 5 in my book for sure, without a doubt. I don't know who I'm gonna kick out yet, but he's definitely gonna be top 5.
I think he's there now.
Me too.
He could be. I gotta compare some things before I say that.
It's going to be if he wins this again, then it's really you can't deny where you're going to put him at.
I don't even know if he has to win it again. He just if he goes back to the Western Finals or to the finals again.
Yeah,
that can be. Yes, I can see that as well. I can see that.
That's a strong possibility.
If the team is playing like that right now and he's carrying them and he makes it out of the West, I'm gonna
on a road
at 35. Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation.
Steph Curry is Maximus from Gladiator.
But all right,
and I'm sorry, I just love the fact that I had to look at dumbass Sabonis.
That's right. You had a major beef with him last
fuck
week.
Sabonis and fuck his dad.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's move on. Do that real quick. What y'all got to say about the draft? Y'all liked it? You didn't like? You didn't agree with your team's draft? What you hate about it? Yeah, I'll let y'all talk because you two are some Eagles fans.
Yeah,
You're a Bengals, and Corey is a Patriots. I'm not going to really talk about it. The 49ers had boo-boo for the first two.
You drafted a kicker.
But no, we drafted a safety. We drafted a tight end.
Hey, we drafted a punter.
First pick. Kicker.
We
was our first pick?
No.
The first overall pick in the draft, 3rd round, kicker. 98 kicker.
You signed
we had two 3rd round picks. That's why we picked the safety.
Well, the safety was after the kicker.
So we didn't have a 1st round or a 2nd round pick.
Damn.
Because you drafted a kicker. I'm not gonna let you live down with that, okay?
Oh shit! It's all right. My team good. We good in the West.
Okay, that didn't work for somebody else.
My team good in the West.
You just put your team on the clock, man.
Timestamped. I'm timestamping this on the episode, and then here comes November when the kicker missing field goal.
And y'all don't even have a starting quarterback yet.
Kicker.
We got 2.
Okay.
They're gonna trade Trey Lance though.
We'll see.
They're not trading Trey Lance.
I don't think so.
Because old boy is still injured.
So we're not even playing until next year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they already said that.
Y'all still got to go out and get a quarterback.
We got Trey Lance.
Avalanche, what y'all doing?
But all right.
Avalanche ready.
Right though, man.
Who wants to review their team's picks, or if you want to talk about it
first? Both of y'all.
Go ahead. I know y'all been chomping at the bits with the Eagles this week.
Oh yeah. Well, we Georgia Bulldogs right now. I think out of all the teams, honestly, I mean they probably had the best draft picks out of all of them. If my man stays out of trouble and
they got the was he lineman?
Yeah. I think they got the best player in the draft. Though. I mean,
who's that?
Well, the guy that got.
Oh, they get him. Okay.
I mean, if he does, as long as he stays out of trouble and he worries about doing his job, he's gonna be fine.
Okay.
But I also think I like just the moves that Roseman made all together as a whole.
So y'all picked up a running back.
Yeah, my man from
the Lions.
I mean, he had a shoulder injury last year, so that kind of got me like, okay, we'll see. But
okay, I mean, y'all got a good squad
on paper. This is
yeah.
Roseman upgraded that roster. So
yeah,
we'll see where they go from there. Though
I'm going to miss Miles Sanders. We'll say that.
Okay.
A+.
Corey,
Give us A+.
We liked your team's picks or no?
One guy didn't even want to be there.
Cornerback.
Yeah,
I like Christian Gonzalez.
Okay. Who's Patriots wide receivers?
Juju. We got Juju and what's the kid we drafted last year? Thornton.
Oh, y'all got Juju?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Juju over there.
I hate Juju.
Juju want to beat.
You got Thornton. You got 2 tight ends. I'm cool.
Antonio Brown.
That's a funny guy.
Subject with him. How do you just throw off his jersey and just say I'm out during the middle of the game?
Well, no, did you see what he did this weekend?
Yeah,
that's why I brought him up.
He posted a Photoshop picture of him in the Ravens jersey, saying he got signed by the Ravens. He can't wait to come back to football. And they didn't sign him.
No,
he just said that shit. He just made it all up.
He was trying to stir the pot.
What's this dance he be doing to put the shit on?
Yeah.
Like this.
CTE got that boy good.
Yeah. We wasting time talking about that idiot.
No, I'm sorry.
And then fucking Lamar Jackson signed his deal. That's what we should have been talking about.
We can get to that real quick.
Go ahead.
Well, we go.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, finish your.
We ain't gonna skip the Bengals.
Yeah.
We definitely drafted for depth, which I'm cool with because we all
pick up.
We plugged up. We picked up
Miles Murphy.
Yeah, we picked up some defense. Looked like we really plugged. I think we get another.
We got a safety Julian Battle.
I think we got another cornerback too.
That's that I be knowing all y'all picks.
Yeah,
I don't know y'all picks.
That's like a football name.
We was talking about the other day. You was talking about you wanted the boy from Alabama.
Yeah, y'all got him.
But we did a depth thing.
And y'all got a cornerback.
Yeah, we did get the cornerback. And some of the stuff I didn't even know till late. I was like, damn, we still picking people? Because the draft feel a lot longer than I realized it is.
It's all weekend.
But
besides today.
I feel like we plugged in like all of our starting pieces.
No,
we plugged all them in through free agency.
Okay.
But I feel like we drafted a lot for depth, which I'm cool with.
Okay.
You know, I got the young talent.
What'd you rank it?
Let them learn.
The ABC.
Well, I ain't even gonna rank it, but according to the last thing I looked at, we were I think we were A or A minus.
Okay.
So.
All right. But yeah, in other football news, not to transition that way, Lamar Jackson got the bag and is the highest paid NFL player at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Until somebody else comes along and
Jalen had it for 2 weeks.
He said, "Hold my beer."
Well, now you got what? Herbert. You got Joe coming up.
yeah.
They'll surpass him.
Burrow gonna definitely.
So they are now making.
Nah, but it's crazy because I was trying to tell people Lamar's deal is a team friendly deal. He didn't take all that guaranteed money. A lot of them people, even Jalen's deal the same way.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have a team around. Patrick Mahomes started that too.
Yep.
Instead of them taking all the money, they'd rather just take less money guaranteed, keep a team around.
That's smart.
That's very smart.
It's smart because them guys are gonna make way more money off of endorsements, commercials, and everything else.
Not Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers said, "Fuck them kids."
Yep.
You know how much he's making this year? $1.5 million.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Then the next year he makes $104 million.
That's right. He did restructure his deal, didn't he?
He pushed back his guarantee.
Oh no. They gonna try to get a good team together over there.
Yeah,
they got 46
They ain't gonna do nothing.
in cap space.
They got a good defense.
It's still the Jets.
I will give it that.
Yeah, we all.
It is still the Jets.
But they gonna find a way to fuck it up.
It is still the Jets.
I was hoping to get Lamar up out of the division, but I just knew he wasn't coming back.
I thought so too until they signed Odell.
I didn't think they was going to.
Once nobody even offered him anything free agency, I knew he was going back.
That's a weird signing though. Like Odell and a quarterback that's based off of running though. I don't think he gonna get the ball.
Jules, don't ever say that again. Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean that. I felt the whole snippet coming.
Yeah, you felt Nat Turner.
Nah. Jules is like a running quarterback. What the fuck are you talking about? That's like me saying Jalen Hurts was running. I would never disrespect none of our black quarterbacks.
I don't think
so.
I don't think Odell's going to work with it though.
All right, so
don't pigeonhole him.
So to help this conversation,
try.
Three black quarterbacks got drafted first, and the white quarterback was waiting quite a long time to get drafted.
Did he go like the 6th round or something like that?
He went 2nd round.
He went to Tennessee.
So
did you see his girlfriend?
They need a quarterback.
No, she left.
Girlfriend.
She gone. She looked and was like, "Oh, you ain't getting none of that guaranteed money."
He had a whole slew with him.
I'm getting ready to get in the draft and say I was in the 1st round. Yeah,
just to show up and sit in the lobby.
Yeah, I was like,
heard that music.
I look like a football player.
So I just want to acknowledge that the tides have turned.
Yes, sir.
And that stereotype is being less and less.
We got 2 more coming next year.
I don't even like to say running quarterback. I say a mobile quarterback.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
Like, to me, you mobile. That mean, like, to me, one of the greatest mobile. But you can't even really.
I'm not knocking Lamar. I just don't think this him and Odell gonna work.
Well, that's because it's gonna be on Odell Park. Odell ain't got no legs and no Achilles left. But that's a whole different story.
That's if he can still. He gotta get out there.
But because you gotta look at the Eagles. They had one of the greatest mobile quarterbacks of all time in Randall Cunningham. And that man was a monster. Oh, yeah. Like, sometimes I go back and look
way ahead of his time.
And I look at some of his old plays. Way ahead of it. I think
if Randall was playing now, the game would be a lot. Him and Warren Moon would probably.
Man, if Michael Vick was playing now, game over.
Michael Vick didn't have to do a stint. He probably would have had a Super Bowl ring
or CTE.
Yo, no more MD
thoughts and opinions.
no more MD.
They whooped Cam Newton in the ass that year. They said you ain't doing none of that shit no more. And ever since that Super Bowl, they gave that boy Cam Newton. Cam Newton been dressing funny and ever since that.
Now, do you think he got the desire to still play football? I mean,
yes.
I think that Super Bowl loss hurt him majorly.
He got brain damage. Yeah, you gotta go rewatch some of them highlights. He kept hitting his head.
He's getting tore up.
They were standing him up, waiting for the first to come hit him.
And he would stand up, and he wobbled on one of those plays. They should have took him out.
Now they would have got him out the game. Back then they wasn't. Focusing on that.
He hasn't been the same since that Super Bowl.
Tua Tagovailoa.
He said what?
Done.
I think this is going to be Tua's last season. Not wishing anything bad on him at all.
He got warnings.
I think this is going to be his last season.
But
we gonna see.
We gotta pray for that young man
because he took a lot last season.
I was done when he got hit the first time and the man seized up on the field. That
wasn't even the first time. He had a concussion the week before. They tried to say it was a concussion. Tried to say it was his back, but it was a concussion. But that's a whole different story.
I mean, that's just the Miami Medical stat. But
then he did the gang signs when he played us. But it's the Bengals.
They got to fire everybody in that.
But you already know Bengals. First of all, I hope everybody know Bengals are getting no prime time Monday night games.
Because every time somebody play y'all,
really,
they end up in the hospital.
Nah, because our first one last year. Our first one last year was Tua, and then it was the Bills. So they said no games in Cincy on Monday night.
Stop.
That's terrible.
Nah,
that's not the laugh. Stop.
It's too late. I
don't even want to talk about it.
It's too late. It's over.
America, the thoughts and opinions.
But side note, I think Joe Burrow's going to take he's going to get paid. He's going to take a quote-unquote team-friendly. But, everybody.
You got to do what? Higgins still? You got to do
Chase. Chase going to come up. I'm going to see if we could keep Boyd, hopefully.
Remember, he already signed extension last year.
Oh, he did. And then the good news today, Mixon will be our running quarterback. See what you did. See what you did. Our running back, Joe Mixon, if he's not in jail, he's going to be our starting running back. And I want Zeke.
I'm about to just say that.
Ezekiel Elliott, if you're watching this right now, I want you to sign with the Bengals cheap though. We're not paying a whole bunch of money like Dallas.
You want Ezekiel Elliott?
Yes, he's a good.
That's where he want to go.
He's a good.
He said he made them make fun. He said I want to go either there. Who was the other team?
It was their Eagles and Jets.
We don't want him.
But I think everybody pretty much said no all the way. We were a little cryptic with what we said. Our coach
was after the draft.
Yeah, and our coach was just like, we like our team the way it is, but we ain't even been through the draft, and we signed more people after that.
That's a given. He'll be there.
But Zeke don't get credit for it. He's a really good blocking running back.
Don't say that too loud.
Because
Aaron Donald flung him like
this. So we got bulldozed in that one game.
That's what I knew he was done. Don't say that too loud. Aaron Donald might come find you, Jason.
Aaron Donald like to be off sides a lot, like in the Super Bowl. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Let's move on.
That
game makes me upset.
The truth shall set you free.
What's the next subject? What we all?
let's transition.
Who Dey? Let's go. Can't wait.
We're almost at an hour, so we gotta speed up.
It's not an hour yet.
I can't wait.
It's
for
54.
football.
I thought we was already past an hour.
Can't wait for
So
football.
let's go ahead and
Let's go.
transition real quick. I'm gonna have to pick a couple of things. Let's get this out because we lost an OG this week,
A goat.
a legend.
Television.com.
Daytime television goat.
You know,
The Godfather of Trash TV.
a lot of times when I was sick and I had to stay home, that's what was on TV.
When I was cutting school,
Stuff I didn't even know they was. I didn't understand what it was like. He was there before all of it became popular. The transgender, the baby mama,
Well, crazy story about transgender. Nothing bad.
Hold on.
It ain't gonna be
When niggas say nothing bad.
Me and Jules went to a technical high school in our freshman year. That's my first time ever seeing an actual person who's transitioned. It was his name was Jamar before we got there, and then his name was Jasmine afterwards. He done been on Jerry Springer, so everybody knows his name. He's like, that's what the tie-in. So, because my sister's ex-husband, R.I.P., he went to Del Castle. Oh shit! I gave up our high school. Anyway, he went to our high school before we were coming in. He was telling us he told me about him, and he was transitioning while in high school. And then he was actually on the episode of Jerry Springer. I know for a fact because my English teacher in 12th grade, Mr. Pody, shout out to you. He actually put it on TV. He had it on tape and put it on TV. Yo, this is how high school was different back then. We watching it in English class. He was on there fighting and whatnot. But and then in high school, every first or third Wednesday, we got early dismissal at like 1:00. Yo, I used to be hurt. That bus used to stop at my stop. I'd run home just in time to catch Jerry Springer because
So yes,
he the GOAT. So
Jerry Springer passed. I don't know the age.
79.
79.
That's not a bad year, you know.
He's the mayor of Cincinnati.
Pancreatic cancer.
79. I think he kept that under wraps. I think everybody knew.
It was a quick. It wasn't a long time between when he was diagnosed to when he passed.
Yeah,
that's the worst too.
What he don't get credit for though, a lot of people. Damn. But a lot of people don't realize even before he got on the trash TV thing and what he was known for, he used to be having like legit episodes. Like he'd have the Klan on, and they be shouting the Klan down.
And
you used to have
I
like
remember those episodes.
That's when he used to come on late at night. Yeah, like 11 o'clock.
But he stole, or not? I was going to say he stole, but he evolved Richard Bay's show. Y'all remember Richard Bay?
I remember.
Who the hell was that?
Richard Bay was like the same thing as Jerry Springer.
BEY.
But his was like legit, like to the point where it's like, hey, you got too much going on here. We got to take you off. Like he
was showing your age. I never heard of Richard.
Yeah. Before Springer was him.
Yep, it was before him.
Dang, y'all could have said Geraldo Rivera.
I'm sorry. The people that watch this show see the gray in my beard.
I don't mess with Geraldo.
Geraldo.
Racist, but that's a whole different.
Yeah. Well, he say that to say R.P. Jerry Springer.
Yes,
rest in peace.
He also had one of the
a lot of moments.
He also had one of the best episodes on there when he had the two kids that had the HIV, and then he had Scott Hall on there. And I didn't know to this day when I was reading, they said Scott Hall was still actively communicating with those two kids that had
that's my
HIV to this day. And I was like, wow. They said he spoke to him every so often. I was like, oh, okay.
I was going to say something ignorant, but I'm going to save it.
And I liked how he used to end the show, too.
What? Oh, go ahead.
On a positive note.
Yeah. Like, what was it?
After all the ignorance, you got
to be good to others, be good to yourself.
I never even knew he said that.
Yeah, you like be good to others, be good to yourself.
I ain't stay for the whole episode. Once I knew that last break, we'll be back to close the show. Turn the channel.
He's always saying on a positive note.
I like when they started doing the bell, though. It was like ding, ding.
That was automatic. They started adding props.
I still love that movie.
Which one?
Ringmaster.
Yeah.
I
I loved it.
And the fact that he never really said I hated it. He owned the fact. He said, yes, I know my show is trash TV.
Him and Maury must have gotten together and said, you know what, we are who we are, so let's keep doing this.
I got Jerry above Maury.
Let's keep making this money. Yeah, of course.
But I would say that if you were growing up during that time.
Yeah, Jenny. What was it, Jenny?
Jenny Jones.
Jenny Jones.
Ricky Lake. I had. Never mind.
Skinny Ricky and
Never mind.
larger Ricky.
What you had a crush on Ricky?
Nope.
I did.
Big Ricky and Little Ricky.
It's not even like it's nothing to do with her herself. It was something. It was an episode. I'll tell you all later.
But yeah, I would say, I would say, if you grew up around that time, you had he had some influence or impact or some involvement in your life growing up during the 90s. I don't care how old you are. I think we all checked out at least an episode or two.
I didn't like that one.
Well, you drinking it now?
Oh shit!
We got the chases.
Kids, it's called peer pressure. Don't succumb to peer pressure. You know what would be dope though? I saw somebody right there was like, yo, if they were at Jerry's funeral and they all just started chanting Jerry like the show, I was like, that'd be the right send off.
And it'd be a fight in the funeral.
You know what show made all of them start turning into like comedies per se? Jenny Jones. When that one guy brought that the other dude on the show to tell him he had a crush on him, and he couldn't take the ridicule, so he went and killed him. Yeah.
In real life?
Yeah. And the dude went to his trailer and shot him with a shotgun.
Yeah, they went after they got back home.
See, some of the stuff I felt was staged.
Yeah, I think it got to that point after that
because
happened.
they had the
Like once that happened,
I think
all of them
had to make sure
they had
this ain't real because I don't want you going back.
Yeah.
It was some wild stories.
And then nobody forgot to shout out Donahue.
Phil Donahue? I forgot all about Phil Donahue.
He's still alive.
I've never seen the show.
I seen his face. I never watched it, but yeah.
Yeah, the greatest episode when Uncle Luke came on there.
Oh yeah, I don't think they was expecting. They did not know what they booked when they had.
Man, that was hilarious.
Half the crowd was like, whoa, and half the crowd was like,
Luke was not shit on that episode either, man. He did the funk shot.
But shout outs to all of our daytime television personalities.
Yeah, they held us down.
Yeah.
Especially cutting school, man.
Yep. I'd never cut school a day in my life.
I did plenty of times.
I'm pleading.
Oprah gonna make one phone call to YouTube. They didn't mention me. Turn it off.
I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of Oprah Winfrey.
I ride with Oprah like that, but hey, shout outs to you too, Oprah.
Montel Williams.
The funniest though, and yeah, we're gonna have Jerry first, but Maury had that little running. Running.
It's his own
give
thing.
you a map. You get the map. You get to look at the map before you go out there. Be like, you make the left, right.
You see the combine they make the camera people go to? Yeah. They hold and run down the thing.
That's iconic.
they be right there. Where you going?
That's iconic. I don't think any of them have. Like Jerry has the Jerry chant, the ding ding ding, but I think the most iconic out of all of that gotta be that you're not the father, and then they run with the camera.
Yo, where was that furniture?
That is the best. That's the best feeling when you home at whatever time in the morning and see that. Oh, you know what else I used to watch? I used to love being sick. You stay home. I used to watch fucking Disney Channel. It was Disney. No, it was Nickelodeon first because they had all the cartoons, but then I had to wait until the trashy TV came on, so I watch The Price is Right.
I still watch
Bob Barker's. The Price is Right was my shit.
I was in love with the models that come out. They got guys on there now.
I mean, that's brand new. I'm like, oh, they get the color.
On this fool. Oh my god, yeah. Shout out to Supreme. Was it Supreme?
Yeah.
Rod Roddy.
R.I.P. Rod Roddy.
Maury.
Rod Roddy passed away. R.I.P.
Who's that?
The announcer from Price is Right. The one that said the name.
Oh, I didn't
like,
know
come
that.
on down.
Wait. Time out. So Bob Barker is outliving everybody?
Yup.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I will start wearing them shoes, though. With the Velcro straps.
He's immortal.
The Bob Barkers.
The actual retail price.
Who's on that
Does that show
now?
still come on?
Yeah.
Drew Carey was on last time I watched.
Drew Carey.
Bob Barker used to do like a prime time like once a year, but he stopped doing them now. I guess because he's
Ain't he like 100?
no, he's damn near 100. I think he's like 90.
He said, Betty, wait, I'm coming.
Bob Barker's what? I don't know. I want to say.
I thought he was already 100.
I thought he was like 80.
Because when he did Happy Gilmore, he looked like he was 90.
Bob Barker is exactly 99 years old.
99.
Oh my.
Yes, he is 99.
Still out here, bang, bang, bang.
And he's still alive and kicking.
The actual retail price of
Yeah.
my age is
He actually don't look bad either.
Let's see when his birthday is. When does he turn 100? December.
Oh, wow.
No. We ain't going. Because we know what happened to
Betty White touched the
Betty
100.
White when we started talking about her 100th birthday coming up. No.
Bob
She made
said,
Huh?
I think she made
No,
it.
No,
she
she
didn't.
But she missed it by a day.
No, it wasn't a day, but she missed about like a month or two.
Yeah.
She was almost there. R.I.P. Betty.
Why did we laugh at that? Why was that
R.I.P.
funny?
Betty White. That's my baby.
We're in that.
Let's move on. Let's
Mike
move
getting
on.
struck.
So real quick, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but we're just gonna announce that there were some trailers that came out, some announcements that came out. Dodgeball 2 unofficially got announced. They
That's too
saying that
late,
they're working
man.
on it. But
definitely
things change. It
should've
could
did
fall
that
through, but whatever. It's getting
They
worked
should have
on.
did that like a year or two after.
Will
the first
Ferrell, and oh my god, I'm missing his name right
Vince
now.
Vaughn.
one. Vince Vaughn.
No,
Will Ferrell wasn't in Dodgeball, bro.
No.
sorry, not Will
Yeah,
Ferrell.
Vince Vaughn.
It's Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn
Stiller.
and Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller, I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Didn't Rip Torn pass away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we can't have him?
Oh, that's interesting.
We got a new Flash trailer. I didn't really want to watch it, but I ended up watching it today.
All right.
Still.
And I want to talk about it.
Let's just stick to the trailer, not the whole.
No, I don't want to say too much. It's just literally a trailer that came out.
All right.
It showed a little bit more than what we. That's why I don't want to see it because it's giving too much.
Yeah, I'm done.
I don't want to watch it anymore.
I'm done.
I think it's gonna be a good movie, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I've seen enough to make me want to buy a ticket.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need no more. We gonna get it. You
Looks
got
good, though.
it. Yeah.
All those protesters.
Twisted Metal
Twisted Metal.
got a teaser trailer.
I still ain't watched
Samoa
it.
Joe
Yeah, I
is
seen some old
is,
jokes.
Kane.
Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
Needles Kane.
Yeah, but he's being voiced by somebody different.
I
He's
think
being
it's the
voiced.
guy in the game that's doing the voice.
No, his
think.
voice is
I still never understood that game.
Little,
Give me a second.
little. While he's looking, little known fact about Twisted Metal. Mm-hmm. A lot of people actually call him Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth is actually the vehicle that he drives, and his name is Needles Kane.
News game.
That's all. I only know that because I used to like Twisted Metal. This is my shit.
Will-
I've
never played it.
Will
I played
Arnett.
it once.
Will Arnett is doing his voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
He looks the part though. I was like, okay.
Look,
I still
it looks
haven't. I
alright.
still haven't watched it
The,
yet.
the trailer looks.
I still haven't watched it. Honestly, I've seen that it came out, then I forgot to watch it. I seen you had posted it, and then I forgot to watch it.
Trailer look good though.
That's kind of like the Legend of Zelda. Nobody calls Zelda Zelda. Or they
Yeah,
keep calling
Link.
him Zelda. They
Yeah,
keep calling
when
his
he's
name
Link and Zelda's the girl. Yeah.
You know that's crazy because it took me years because I always thought
It took everybody years.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
nobody-
Everybody found out after 25.
Well, just like Metroid, everybody was calling her Metroid, and her name is Samus.
yeah. I don't know why.
That
See,
makes me.
I was today years old.
I don't know why Nintendo did that. They might as well
Well,
just change the name.
I was today years old. I thought her name was Metro.
No, her name's Samus.
I didn't know it was a girl. Until the very end.
Mind blown.
I used to have the code to get her out of the suit. Not like that.
Ooh.
But you used to put in the code and used to play her as
Nintendo.
herself. She had like this bikini thing on, this bikini
Now,
suit on. But
Are y'all okay with this? Because I seen online that Brie Larson might play her. Are you all right with that?
I'll be all right. Tavon gonna be like, I don't think her jaw gonna fit in the helmet, but I don't know.
I would like to see a Metroid movie.
Yeah. You're not a Brie Larson fan at all?
You know what I would like?
I ain't gonna message her day no more.
Hold on, off subject real quick. Since Mario was a success, I'm on a tangent right now. Would y'all be interested in seeing a Captain N movie?
Who?
A Captain N.
No.
Captain Nemo.
No, Captain N. Remember
No.
the video game master back in the day?
I remember that.
Yeah.
No.
I think it would be good.
They got a lot more to
I want
worry
Ninja
about
Gaiden.
before they get to that.
I want a
Ninja
live
Gaiden would
Ninja
be
Gaiden movie
Ninja Gaiden would be
starring
good.
Scott Adkins. I want that.
Yeah, they could do a lot. They got a bunch of IPs that could
Contra. Give me
Contra
Contra.
would be
Contra
great.
would be good.
Give me
Contra.
get between
Great.
old and new games because
Contra
there's a
would be
thing
great.
now.
the Streets of Rage is coming, right?
Yeah,
Spy Hunter would be a good one if they was.
Shoot.
Well,
I thought they did a
were.
Spy
Nah,
Hunter.
they didn't. But that would be a good one.
Final Fight.
Isn't God of War getting a joint?
a series.
That's on Amazon, right?
Yeah, so again, between new and old IPs, there's a bunch about to come out. So
Wrath of Black Manta would be one I would like to see.
of a black man. What?
Wrath of Black Manta. Now I'm showing my.
He said Wrath of a Black Man.
No, I said Wrath.
I'm talking about Tavon.
Hide the white woman.
No. The thoughts and opinions.
Thoughts and opinions of some members.
Shout out to Will Levis' girlfriend. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Who's this?
Yes.
The dude that waited till second round of the draft.
Oh.
Yeah.
That wasn't the best one.
From Kentucky.
That's the one I saw. I didn't really watch.
Then that's his girl was good. The papa slapped her in the ass.
Oh yeah, that was a little weird. That was a little
That's
weird.
a whole different.
That was a little
The
weird.
dad was like, "Yo, see you, my son. Yeah, go ahead."
He was
Man,
waiting.
he was-
That was his moment. He took it.
It seemed like the picture for Megan Thee Stallion. The picture at the what was that, the Dodgers game? She threw
Astros,
at Astros game.
Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
blame,
he knew the mission.
He waited.
can you blame him? You got Megan Thee Stallion with that thing sitting in front of you. You got a once in a lifetime opportunity. Take it, then.
Hey! We don't take it.
Not like that.
You sounded like Bill Cosby.
We don't take it. It's consensual behavior. Is all we do.
Consent.
Yeah, consensual.
I got a lot of editing and doing this goddamn.
Right.
Y'all making it easy for me.
Why would we start over? 2023.
Let's
Let's get past this.
This is episode what number is this again?
32.
32 is explicit for you.
This gonna have to be the lost episode.
So I kind of want to finish the episode on wrestling.
Okay.
All right.
Next Wednesday.
So there's a couple things happening.
Yeah.
I want to start with WWE. So there's two things WWE. First, I feel like it was the most important. They are essentially stripping Roman Reigns of one of the belts, and they created a new belt, right? Didn't they say that he's only going to go to wherever he gets drafted with one
So
belt?
he's on SmackDown with both belts.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
He's keeping. They're saying he's going to keep the belts. They're just doing a whole new one.
Oh, so now
Yeah.
It's gonna be 3 big titles.
A runner up.
They call it the here man.
No, I'm wrong. He's supposed to retire the black belt. That's what it is.
I heard he was only keeping one.
Oh, why the black belt gotta get retired?
Not because they've been want to get rid
They
of
said
that.
wherever
But
he
then,
gets drafted, that belt is going to stay. The other one's going.
yeah, and then he's suppose he might get a new belt at
My champions.
Either way, the point I'm getting at with this whole thing is now I feel like whoever beats him is a consolation prize, because it's going to be nobody beat him with the 2 belts, and
Right.
he's going to be the only one with the 2 belts. And now everybody, once Cody wins, which I'm expecting,
I wouldn't say that.
Well, he's on Raw. Mustangs on SmackDown, so they're not even going to be on the same show anymore.
but he said it's not over.
I think Cody's
think
winning
it's
Money in
done
the
now.
Bank.
He said it's
I
not
think
over.
Cody's winning Money in the Bank.
If Cody wins Money in the Bank, he's gonna. That's the only way he'll beat Roman.
He said he's not done with it.
I don't know how I feel about him winning Money in the
Well,
Bank. and
apparently, I
the
guess the
Rumble,
rumor is they're fighting in Philly next year.
Who, Cody
For
and
WrestleMania?
Roman?
Yeah.
But it's not going to be for 2
You can
belts.
be there. You can throw it in my face. I'll probably leave once they hit 2. Yeah, I'm gonna beat traffic. I'll see y'all later.
I'm
My fault, Taylor.
So
I'm gonna be watching at the bar.
I just feel like now it was a wasted moment with that Cody Roman fight at WrestleMania.
I think
and
so.
now whoever wins, whoever beats Roman in the future is not it. It's not
It's
it.
going to devalue it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the opportunity to do it at the right moment.
And then I
they
wish
didn't do it.
if they let him, if you're going to let Roman win, let the 2 belts be in rotation. Don't just take it away from the next person, because now it devalues whoever beats him.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you had to do it because you had nobody that could beat him. So it's just
we really want to know until he shows up. But that's the rumor I heard. They was taking one of the belts, retire one of the belts.
That's so lame.
yeah. From what I understand, it was on 1 belt. But then I also saw a meme, and it was like every time they announce a new belt, and the Roman got like 5 belts.
Yeah, I seen those pictures. Roman gonna win that one too.
Hold on, real quick.
He gonna get that one too. Don't worry.
It's a guy on Instagram, and it has him like, it's having him like Roman fight like different people, and it shows, and it says like Roman pins Iron Man, and it shows the guy at the end pointing in the air. Like
I saw the one the other day. Said Roman beat 2 Tyrannosaurus Rex, beat a Megalodon.
He said he beat Batman. Or he said he pinned the Justice League or something.
Now, see, to me now they're just making Roman look, silly. It looks silly now.
Yeah, but I think it devalues whoever
they had
comes
the right
next.
opportunity to make this right.
It devalues whoever comes next. So
the Monday after Mania, it should have been the night Cody Rhodes separated the titles.
I could agree with that.
Now, if you want to do different champions on each show, he was the man to separate the titles.
Because people would have bought that character.
Yep.
Coming from that character, they could have. You could have seen it.
I just didn't agree the way they announced the belt with Triple H coming at Roman Reigns, and everybody throwing shots at Roman Reigns. They was like, "We want a champion that is not a part timer, one who defends it with honor." I'm like, well, he been carrying the championship, and you, the showrunner. So what are you talking about?
Y'all made the decision.
Why are you coming beat him then? Beat him. Don't try to stand here
and blame him for
it.
That's where I was like, that's what threw me off.
I
didn't get Triple H saying it.
I don't think Roman would have caught as much fire as he did had he not have included Sami Zayn into what's going on.
No, but that was the fire part about the whole thing.
You think about it, he came in there right after all the pandemic stuff because Roman was a pandemic champion.
He was when it first started. He was gone. He came when they started lifting stuff.
He came at SummerSlam.
No, Payback.
No. SummerSlam is when he came back because that's when he pinned Braun and Bray.
No, Payback.
No.
It was SummerSlam.
It was
Payback. No, remember SummerSlam? He came and he
that's when he came at the end of the match.
Yeah, he speared everybody. Then he came Payback.
Right, yeah.
Okay. You didn't see him again until remember the pay-per-view was the next Saturday after that.
Yeah, bottom line is, it was all. This is their fault. You can't blame him. He's just doing what they tell him.
He was the Thunderdome champion.
Yep.
You know who was? I don't mean to change the subject, but to me, the best Thunderdome champion was Finn Balor.
What belt did he have again?
The NXT championship.
Oh yeah.
Because he fought Kyle O'Reilly twice. He fought Pete Dunne.
The Finn Balor I don't like.
I like Finn though.
I like him. I don't like that. No, I can't.
He don't need a group.
I'm not about to make Tavon edit no more, so I'm gonna keep that comment to myself. Thank you, boy. Man.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. The other news from WWE obviously is the draft that started Friday, continuing tomorrow.
They great. Bring your boy back to
I don't know if
heel from what I understand.
Did y'all see the draft or who's been drafted where?
Drew.
I seen it. Yeah.
Are you? Who you like better?
And Drew need to stay as a heel. That's when he was so much better.
What show right now?
I mean, you can't answer that until Monday.
Yeah, but as of right now, draft
based off of what they've done.
I like SmackDown's draft.
The one thing that to me that stood out of all of it is sending those women from NXT,
bringing them up.
Yeah, to me that's the standout. You put Zoe Stark and Hartwell on Raw, and then
who it should have been.
Who?
It should have been my girl.
Who?
But since she blew her leg out.
Oh, Nikita Lyons.
Yeah. They went with Zoe.
But they got 6 or 7
eight
people
girls
out.
That's that new trainer, man. New trainer catching hell right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the Soul Roper thing, if you go on one of her thing on Instagram, she was doing one flip and was landing on one leg. I'm like, oh, you can tell this is going to blow something out eventually, man.
Trying to blow. Never mind.
Oh,
but they are well conditioned athletes. Those were my standouts. Is them.
They're just more bitches for Bianca to beat up. That's all it is.
Well, I'm not opposed to seeing her fight Kaylee Ray.
So how is that working for that? How is that working for Bianca now that she's drafted to SmackDown?
You remember what happened
with the Raw belt?
You remember what happened a year ago?
Exchange.
Yeah, he's gonna make her how they made Becky and Charlotte switch.
Okay. And the Street Profits did the same thing.
Oh yeah, with the not do so.
So I'm guessing
New Day.
Was it New Day? Yeah, it was New Day.
So I'm guessing the Judgment Day is gonna stay on Raw now, right?
They ain't never said yet.
They on this one upcoming.
So we'll find out tomorrow the rest of it, and we can finish this conversation on the next episode. But right now, I like SmackDown. Obviously, they had a show in Paris, and
WWE.
Yeah, they overseas right now.
Cody Rhodes had a great pop on his intro. You know how to do what? But you know who had the entire Paris on lock?
What's the name one?
No, I'm talking about What's my boy's name? Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins had the train stations. They got video of people in the train stations.
I did see that. Yeah.
And they did that chant for like 10 minutes straight.
Oh my face.
10 minutes straight.
My opinion.
He's gonna be champion.
My opinion is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is the best wrestler in any of them going, but I don't think Seth Rollins knows what Seth Rollins is. Like, I think
he's seeing the reactions. He sees the reactions.
Seeing the reactions is the people acknowledging his hard work, but the character, who is it? I don't know. I don't know what Seth Rollins is. I don't know what is Seth freaking Rollins.
I think that is one of his better. What was the other one before this? When he was Hill. He was.
What is it though? So that's the thing. Is like no one's ever been able to say what he's been.
That's what they like it. He's like a. I don't want to say he tried to do this Joker thing.
Freddie Mercury type guy, right?
He's eccentric. That's his thing. I'm gonna dress flashy and I'm gonna be loud.
But to me, I don't think.
And I'm gonna win.
I don't think that's his personality.
I don't know, but I think this gonna sell.
I don't believe he's being real.
I think it's selling.
I don't know.
I don't know.
To me, I just don't think he's. I think he's a guy who doesn't know who he is. Like Roman knows who he is now.
Well, I know loyalty, hustle, and respect wasn't John Cena's real thing.
No, we know that. We obviously know that that's legit who he is.
No,
why not?
He was rapping. He was coming from the streets of Boston.
He do got an album.
The mean streets.
A platinum album at that.
He was coming from the mean streets of Boston.
I own it.
He has a platinum album.
Yeah. I got it somewhere on CD.
He has a platinum album. No one wrestled as much as he did, nonstop.
A platinum album compared to It Doesn't Matter. Come on, man. Fucking whacking song. It doesn't matter.
All right, now tell me one song. Tell me one song off that platinum album.
I forgot you don't like John
Cena. Tell me one song off that platinum album.
Bro, his fucking theme song.
His entrance music, yeah.
All right, and I can tell you the rocks. Tell me another one. Because you don't know another one, but you know it doesn't matter.
He had that one song with Freddie Fox.
It doesn't matter.
He had that one song with him, Freddie Fox. He had one song with Freddie Fox.
Bumpy Knuckles.
Yeah, Bumpy Knuckles. He had a song with him and his cousin. Then he had the one song. I don't know the name.
Taylor, the same nigga that was wearing jean drip shorts, probably running around his house in the mirror. You can't see me. I know you did it once.
I be forgetting that you don't like John Cena. I be forgetting that.
I was doing that when Tony Yayo was up. That's when I was doing.
Who did he get it from?
Tony Yayo.
Who did he get it from?
He made it up.
He got it from John Cena.
Tony Yayo admitted it.
And he said that. Yeah.
Tony Yayo came out in 2005.
Cena was doing it. You can't see me in 2003.
No, Cena got it from Tony.
Cena got it from Tony Yayo.
But Tony Yayo said that he got it from Cena.
No, Cena came out and said he got it from Tony.
Tony Yayo did it
first.
They both go like this with it. All right.
I'm giving Yayo the credit.
Just watch it on YouTube. Just watch it on YouTube.
What you heard?
Because they both go like this with it.
Yeah.
All right, well.
They acknowledge each other.
But they won't to each other like,
right. The music come on. But I forgot. I literally forgot you didn't like Cena. I forgot.
Let's finish this out. AEW.
What happened there?
Cage match next Wednesday.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah. I probably won't fall asleep this
Moxley, was that Moxley and Omega?
Oh, they still beefing?
I could Moxie bleeding right now.
Fuck you, Jason.
Bleeding right now.
The cameraman zoomed on him with the blade.
I have not watched a full AEW show in
this
months.
Week. It wasn't a great show.
Shout out to Jason for making me skip a match.
I told him, and I love
Jade.
I love Jade to death. I love Jade.
Jason's a don't watch.
Her match with Ty Valkyrie this week was terrible. I really hope whenever they run it back, they really work on their chemistry and timing because that shit was
beats
terrible.
They're gonna bring in Sasha Trinity Fatu made her premiere Impact.
That's a good move.
Previously known as Naomi from WWE.
That's a good move for her though. They got some talent over there she can work with.
Yeah. They got a good division over there.
It's a good division.
Her Killer Kelly signed me up for that one.
So
CM Punk. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to. So rumors.
CM Punk showed up at 2 different federations this week.
So yes, let's start with that first. CM Punk did show up to a taping of Raw.
He was at Monday Night Raw, and he was also at Impact.
He showed up.
And then you go to GCW too. When he had a GCW event in the parking lot, didn't he say he rode through the parking lot?
I don't know about that one.
Nah, it was just whoever was in Chicago this weekend.
However, somebody got a picture of him. He's bald.
He shaved his
He shaved his head.
Hasn't he always been bald?
No, he always had that.
He wasn't bald before he left.
He had the, yeah.
I thought. See, I thought
his
that.
hair. He been.
He got hair on top of his head.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I thought at the media.
So somebody got a picture of him without the hat.
Said he's coming back.
And he's bald. So rumors has it, and one of these 2 pay-per-views AEW has coming up, there's going to be 2 appearances, one by CM Punk and one by some new signing that they made. I thought originally.
No, it's not a pay-per-view, bro.
Huh?
It's gonna be.
Oh, sorry, not pay-per-view.
On the regular show.
It's gonna be on that Dynamite show leading up to Collision.
Collision is what I'm thinking of. Collision is where I heard somebody's gonna come out at.
Somebody's coming back.
Coming back or new? I don't know.
Debut. You know what they
Debut or come back.
Miro?
So
he's still at home.
we'll see what that is. I really hope somehow they can recover the CM Punk MJF feud.
No, I'm good.
That was one of the better feuds.
I think that one's it's like
It's
gone, right?
it's like Cody.
It's gone,
It's like
right?
Cody and Roman for me. That
Right.
that ship been sailed.
Yeah,
It's like pointless.
They had it going. They had
Let
a
it go.
good thing going, and it just
yeah. That's
Because if they try to run it, it would just feel too
weird.
too like you're trying too hard now. It wouldn't feel natural.
all right. Well, there goes my dream.
I personally, I'm so bored of MJF. MJF bores me now.
What?
He's boring to me. Yeah.
I like the
He sounds like a
Pillars match.
He sounds like a recycled
idea.
CM Punk
Damn.
from 20. He sounds like 2011 CM Punk.
I guess I don't have nothing against MJF.
And
Yeah,
the only reason why I say that is because he's saying it like pretty much the same stuff that Punk was saying, but it's like unrestricted. But it's like I've already heard this before, and I know that you like your coworkers, so it's like it feels phony to me.
Yeah. I
CM
can see your
Punk's,
argument.
CM Punk's it felt real. For one, it felt real because he came out there in a Stone Cold Steve Austin T-shirt,
again, this
and not
also
his regular merchandise, so it felt like it was something that really needed to be
CM
said.
Punk used to jab at everybody. He used to, when they used to talk, he would make fun of him. He was making fun of Shawn Michaels in the ring. When Shawn Michaels was saying something to him, he was making fun of Undertaker.
That's why I said
he was making fun of everybody when they were like,
exactly, and that's why MJF is recycling the same bit. Like nothing is original about him to me.
I think MJF was in a weird spot where he had to transition out of the role they wanted him to go to. I think him and CM Punk was going to be the feud of the year. Better than better than Cody, and
I think it was.
It was going to be the feud of the year, and it was going to be because of that similar aspect that kind of because it felt real at moments too, and
At what
Blurring
point?
the lines.
At what point?
that weeks leading up to him getting suspended.
I don't remember none of it. I don't remember
I do.
none
I
of
do.
their interactions.
It
I don't.
was good.
The only thing I remember.
They had it on lock. They had AEW Wednesdays on lock.
See, I might have been when I wasn't watching, but I know they only had. To me, they had one moment that like was like okay with me, and that was when MJF was out there talking. CM Punk came out there, just looked at him, laughed, and left.
Nah, they had a
it
couple
was
weeks.
Other than that, that's the only thing I remember.
No, it was more than that. That's why.
Remember, they had a match. They had a.
I know they had the dog collars on. Yeah,
But there was even the week that he got suspended when CM Punk came out there and tried to tell him, "Yo, you wildin'," and he said, and he flung him off and ran out into the crowds.
I like the one where
It felt real. It felt real.
They cut off CM Punk's microphone when he was about to go into the anti-bullying thing. Remember?
Yeah.
That's kind of like them running out there and chasing them out.
It was getting good.
It was the highlight. It was going to be to me the feud of the year.
They were getting it in on there. I will admit. I was watching.
I'm not into it.
Everybody, well, except for you, a lot of people were into that storyline.
I like the promo where he was talking about how he admired, like how much he was a fan of Punk, and
Oh, when he
you
did the
left me.
T-shirt.
And he's like, then you left me.
It was good. I mean,
It was a good. They had a good thing going.
They had a real good story.
Watch his promo when he's out there Wednesday. All he gonna do is holler and scream.
Well, that's now. It's a weird transition to me happened with Moxley. I felt Moxley wasn't the right opponent for him.
Because nobody.
It was just like a forced thing
They
to
had
put
no one
Moxley
else
there.
to step
I
up.
would have just put MJF on the back burner until we had something concrete. Like the Pillars thing.
They did that too long.
The Pillars thing is a decent storyline.
To me, that's
and I would have waited. I would have waited till they had the Pillars thing going.
I will say that this is the most interesting he's been to me.
Yeah,
is this Pillars thing. And honestly, I think because they keep yelling, "This is Pillars, it's like taken away from it. Okay. Like you should just let it be what it is. Let them four guys convince us that they are the pillars of that company, and we don't need you continuously to tell us every Wednesday that they are the pillars of the company. Now, let them prove it.
Now, in this feud, I'm interested to see who turns. Is it going to be Jungle Boy?
I think it's going to be
Guevara. Is it going to be Darby? I think it's going to be Darby.
I think it's going to be Guevara. I think Guevara going to betray.
We have to go to baby.
But I don't think Guevara can ever go back babyface.
Well, no, not for a babyface.
I think the crowd has decided that they're going to try.
You see how they're trying to do the whole he's my best friend thing. Mm-hmm. I think he's just going to betray MJF. He's still going to be a heel.
I don't believe that.
He's going back. He's going.
Even that feels fake to me.
He tried to get in the truck with MJF the other day, and then he was like, "Oh, there's no room in here," blah, blah, and there was nobody in the truck. I mean, I feel like that, but I think either Jungle Boy or
Darby's going to turn. Okay.
Darby still on his pops. I'm tired of you coming out here.
Oh no, he already. What's the name? Put an end to that. Sting came out there and said, "Yo, I'm tired of the old. I'm his dad jokes and all that." And then he was like,
"I'll never forget the first time I seen him."
And then Sting pretty much said he about to be done. He was like,
"Yeah,
the curtain call, the
four of them was coming. The four of them is going.
Sting been doing this thing over there though, man.
I'm officially a Sting fan.
I want to get money jacket.
The four of them going to have a great match, but MJF is going to retain. And then
I thought, wait.
Yeah, MJF.
I thought they were.
No.
It's going to be a fatal
next Wednesday. It's going to be a fatal four-way. It's going to be a fatal four-way.
They talk like it ain't. Good and damn well, it's going to be a fatal four-way match at the end of the day.
Okay, but besides that,
MJF going to retain.
Match they have on there.
AEW?
I'm like, my personal gripe again is you let fucking Wardlow have the belt again for what?
And who he feuding with?
Luchasaurus.
Oh, that's right.
And turtleneck God.
And the thing that sucks is they're not going to take it off of
Wardlow
right now. See, I hate those feuds where
Powerhouse
they're not going to take it off. Mm-hmm. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, yo. QTV my shit, yo.
Yeah, it do be funny. It do be funny. He funny. Maybe he should have been the one to beat Powerhouse if you gonna have it like
that's
this.
Cat Boy though. Cat been claiming him for years now. QT Marshall.
Yeah.
Yo, man, that QTV is.
Oh, we can't forget the Undisputed Era. Somewhat reunited.
Whipwreck Jr.
Right.
Roddy Strong.
Right.
Roddy Strong. That was a surprise because he was still listed on WWE's website the night he premiered on AEW.
Who cares?
I'm just saying.
Who cares?
It happened.
Bro, he ran out there. Ain't nobody even flinched.
He ran out there.
The crowd was like,
no one was expecting it.
Mikey Whipwreck.
I enjoyed it. I like Mikey Whipwreck. Roderick Strong.
He's the weakest member of this Undisputed Era, man. I never understood nothing he did.
I like not Mikey. Sorry, B. I like Mikey Whipwreck too, but I also like Roderick.
Every time I looked at him, he reminded me of the dude that played on Happy Days, man. Like, that's what he reminded me of.
The Fonz.
There you go. I'm just waiting for him to come up with the leather jacket.
I like Roddy.
How you doing?
I said it right that time. I like Roddy Strong. Roddy. The Messiah, the backbreaker. That's my guy. I liked him in Ring of Honor. Mr. Opening Show, or whatever his name was. Mr. Opening something.
Mr. Opener.
All right. Well, that's all I got for this week. Anything I wanted to talk about that I didn't get on? I think that was everything wrestling. I'm trying to recall.
That's it.
Yeah. So like I said, next week, Guardians comes out. So we'll save some of our initial thoughts for next week's episode after everybody got a chance to see it.
So y'all can talk about it next week. I ain't watching that shit.
Did you see the other two?
I seen the first one. The second one, I went to sleep. I'm good.
Oh man,
I don't want to watch it. I want to see it.
I want to see it, but I'm not hyped for it.
What y'all like about Guardians of the Galaxy?
I don't know.
All right, never mind. We'll save it.
Yeah, save that. I got a whole gripe with that.
Well, I think that's our episode in the books.
Yep.
Any last words, any alibis? It like you got something to say, Julian.
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
No.
Did y'all hear Izzy beat old boy with a tour at MCL?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's what I meant to tell y'all about that.
Yeah,
So
he
now
had
he-
to have surgery.
So now he gonna be out for what, a year?
No,
Nah,
6
not
months,
a
man.
year.
that's 6 months for that one.
Yeah, because that's right. They got modern medicine. That,
Yeah, nanobots.
yeah.
Oh, they
It's like Buranium.
When is the Sterling Cejudo fight?
This week.
Is it
yeah,
Yeah.
this weekend.
on Saturday? Okay.
In Jersey.
Supposedly, I guess Deontay.
We off
Wilder
movies,
is
bro. We
getting
got that Transformer trailer. That shit look fire.
Yeah,
New Transformers.
ready. I want to see it.
I want to see
What's
it.
good?
That
What's
joint look
good?
fire.
You know when
Yeah,
they see it, right?
it look good.
Transformers.
No, I'm watching.
Okay.
That joint look
good.
fire.
Real
I mean,
That
When
thing-
Jason
that
said the
last
trailer, I clicked it. I was like, all
I
right.
think I watched it like 10 times
When that
straight.
DMX game, I was like, yeah, all right, I'm seeing. They said 1994.
My joint was when the girl one flipped over,
Yeah.
and then she was riding on the back of the Rhino, and then she
Yeah.
flipped over, came over, and they was like, I was like,
Yeah.
I
I'm glad they got Beast Wars in it.
I'm gonna watch it again when I get in the car.
I'm a big Beast Wars fan.
I have never been hyped for any of these Transformers movies except for this one.
This one look. Bumblebee was.
I'm a
good,
big-
though.
I'm a big-
Bumblebee was
I
good.
didn't want to see Bumblebee, but I loved it.
I like
'Cause John
Bumblebee.
Cena was in it.
Bumblebee was good.
No, it was a good movie. Look, until you just said that, real rap. Until you just said that, I literally forgot John Cena was in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, Bumblebee was good. That was on TV. the other day.
I love the end fight scene of Bumblebee. That thing was dope.
I like the beginning of it when they were showing him on Cybertron getting it in, though. Yeah.
Well, I think this Transformers
John
movie
Cena.
good.
He did have a scene when he was escaping Cena in the desert, right?
Yeah, he was like the military dude. or
Look,
something.
I forgot Cena was in the movie until you said it.
Shout out to Haley Steinfeld, too.
All right. Well, episode 32 in the books.
Episodio 32.
I got
The
some-
Watchers, WATCHERZ podcast. Again, that's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you want to hear us. Follow us on Instagram. I'm Tavon, Tri-State Tip on IG.
Tiger Helly 19, Jeezys, the Snaps, and Jason Williams on the Facebook. Follow the Stripes.
The damaging on Instagram. Should I say the single damaging on Instagram?
Too much.
He out there trying to, the ladies.
That means shoot your shot, lady.
Yeah.
I'm reaching.
He ain't reaching. He's
Slide in his DMs, he said.
He said Steph Curry could.
He said by any means, remember?
Smitty was 365 on Instagram.
I wasn't shooting in the gym.
He said he got his IG.
And the boy Corey down there.
Yeah,
Where they
Corey J on Instagram.
All right, fellas. Till next week, everybody.
I'm picking the Stranger Things to do the stories.
Peace.
Make sure you drink water.
Yes, the summer's coming.
Peace.
I don't know how I feel about that.